Hi, welcome to my video. The purpose of this video is to show you how to get butter out of a popcorn maker. You're not supposed to pour butter into the inside cube, and there's no way of cleaning it because you're not supposed to submerge the unit into water. So I've gone about trying to work out how to pull this unit apart, and as you can see here, there's 4 holes that are on the top lid. But when you look at it originally, you can't tell because the little yellow lugs look very similar in colour and are firmly inserted into that lid. There's the popcorn sitting inside the unit, and it turns out it's not that hard to pull apart. There's a bolt that you remove here, and there's the nut and washer. It also has a spring washer on it. I've sped up the video here to save you from being bored. So you just pull straight out that unit, and I'm just trying to show you here when the fan's spinning, which is underneath all that other gear, it goes up through those vents on the bottom of the unit. Here I'm just giving it a wash. I'm just using standard detergent. So originally my problem was, how do you pull it apart and clean it? I worked out the screws, what you needed to remove after I identified those lugs. Pulling apart was really simple. And here I am washing the unit, just accelerating the video. No point in boring you with how long it took. And for those non-believers, yes, I do wash my dishes occasionally. Now we get back to the unit here. Again, I'll sped up the video shortly. And it's quite simple. You just place this unit back into its original holder. So now it's nice and clean. And make sure you put that earth wire back onto that cup. It's really important. A safety issue. And the way you put that in there, the screw goes through the inside. Then you've got a flange type washer, then a split washer, and then the nut. And I was just tightening it up and nipping it tighter and tighter. Here's the lid. Now note here, it clips on. It actually clips on and then it screws down as well. You should be able to hear the noises of it clipping in a minute. That's Jamiroquai playing in the background if you're wondering. Make sure you get that unit right in the middle, otherwise it won't sit down properly. See how the gap is on the edge? A bit of firm pressure after you've made sure the front part of it is interlocked. Push down. Hear it clicking. So it's all seated properly. There's proof. It's nice, clean all the way around. Again, save you the pain of watching me screw the screws in. I've just sped up the video. I just nip them up and then go around them again. Just make sure they're all nice and firm. What I'm getting out here is the little lugs that go back into the unit. They were really difficult to get out. That's why there's those little holes in the top of them. As I had to use a special pin to open them up. Hear how they force back in? You can hear them click. Look at that. From left hand to right hand, not a problem. Clicked in. So effectively it's back together. There's a few screws left over, you'll see why in a moment. The top part of the unit's working fine now. Now I wasn't sure how to pull it apart originally, so I took the base off as well. And you don't really want to start pulling this part of it apart any further than what I've done, and you'll probably wreck the unit. There we go. Just putting all the screws back in. Just nip them up, don't over tighten them. It is plastic, so they'll just tear if you tighten them too much. Again, more screws, make sure they're located in the right spot, just firm. And then the rubber feet, I'm just showing you the way I put them in. Again, I'm using my vice grips because they apply an even pressure quite easily. There we go. So they're all in place. So a little Breville popcorn maker. So there's a little mark there. That mark was well, my first attempt to get that lug out. It's a bit of a shame, but it's not a hole, it's just a black mark. So the Breville popcorn maker now is actually back together. Don't tip that white thing with the warm butter straight into the unit. It actually says it in the manual. Someone didn't read the manual before they used it, that's why I ended up having to pull it apart and clean it. So look at that. Looks brand new again. Thanks for watching the video. And there you are, the Crazy Popper by Breville. Does a good job. It's very... Hang on, there's a bit more to add into this. They say the proof is in the eating, so here's a test of the unit after it's been all put back together. Doesn't make too much noise. It's just really a hairdryer. Blows out lots of hot air. Won't burn you, but that crystal-y plastic lid gets really hot. What I'm doing there is just pouring an amount of corn into the lid. Sorry about the angle of the camera, I didn't realise that it fell down a little bit. And probably a good idea to have the unit off before you actually pour the corn into the unit. Now, to save you the pain and suffering of watching this work for the next 8 minutes, I've sped the video up again, just to give you an idea of the results, but it only takes about 8 minutes. Here we go. I've just added a bit of butter in the lid. I think it's a slow way of doing it, but you need the lid on there to stop the heat from coming out through the top. And there's the melted butter. Just mixing it over the popped corn. And the music in the background is Marcus Miller, if you're wondering. What I've done in the next shot is just to show you the waste that in this particular case happened. It could be because the popcorn maker was on a slight angle, because it is sitting on the sink. But there you go. That's the lost part. Doesn't usually lose that many, I don't think. And just a reminder. Don't tip that into the shaft. Don't go in there. So.
Good.
And here's the end result. As you can see, it's looking lovely and clean. Bit of a stain mark down there, but that's about it. So thanks again for watching my video. I hope that helped you out if you needed to fix it, or if you're thinking of purchasing one of these.